A few days before the mission in the Kingdom of Jin began, at the Runcandel mansion, a torrent of dark, ominous energy surged from Jin. Swirling dark, eerie smoke coiled around his body, gathering to envelop the sword in his hand. The blade, already sharp, now became even more terrifying under the shadow's influence. Suddenly a loud whack echoed sharply. Murakan appeared from nowhere, delivering a crushing blow to Jin's head, making him stumble and cry out in pain. Grabbing Jin by the collar, Murakan roared furiously, his face contorted with rage. "You fool! Do you want to die? I already told you, you're not skilled enough yet, so if you release the sword, you'll be swallowed by the dark energy. If you don't want to die from an overdose of dark energy, never try to awaken your sword again. Understood?" Grabbed by the collar and lectured, Jin could only mumble in response, I understand." Back in reality, the scene had completely changed. Amidst the desolate, burning land under flickering flames, Jin stood firm with his sword in hand, facing a new enemy. "Runcandel," a guttural voice echoed through the space. "Ha ha ha ha, yes, today's the day my most precious hunt will change. My name is Kuajito Truka. I am a warrior of the Truka clan." Finishing his words, the foe's body transformed. He became a colossal wolf warrior with pure white fur, bulging muscles and sharp fangs, his eyes glowing with fierce golden light. He belonged to the White Wolf tribe, a tribe born for battle and slaughter. A mature white wolf warrior is at least a 6-star fighter. The history of hatred between the two families flashed in Jin's mind. The White Wolf tribe detested the Runcandel house because in the past, the first Runcandel patriarch had tricked and killed their god, the great white wolf Javier. Recognizing his opponent's true strength, Jin thought to himself, "I can't escape with Misa." Meanwhile, Kuajito let out a final roar, raising his colossal battle axe. "I will offer you upon Javier's altar and bring peace to his suffering soul." Now choose, will you have an honorable battle with me, or will you be torn to shreds after running away like a coward? Facing the challenge, Jin Runcandel stood tall, the sword in his hand also blazing with pure white light, responding decisively amidst the fiery sky. "I will partake in an honorable battle." Kuajito bared his fangs and grinned, his face full of excitement. "Good, so you are also a Runcandel who knows honor. Then let us have a good fight for victory." With a roar of satisfaction, Kuajito charged. His body transformed, wolf-like features becoming distinct as he swung his colossal weapon, creating a blinding streak of light in the air. Clang! The clang of metal echoed through the space. Jin raised his sword to parry the blow, but the power from the wolf warrior's strike was terrifying. The moment their weapons met, he felt a horrific impact force transmit. Jin's face contorted in astonishment. Swirls of energy radiated from the point of impact, pushing everything around back. Pushed back, Jin's arms trembled violently as he struggled to bear the immense weight. He gritted his teeth, pouring all his strength into not being sent flying. He truly is a white wolf tribal. Just parrying his blow has pushed me to my limits. Kuajito gave him no moment of rest, continuously unleashing a flurry of storm-like attacks, each collision creating a dazzling explosion of light, forcing Jin into a passive defense. Constantly pushed back, sweat trickling down his temples, Jin realized the dire situation. However, I still have a chance to win. I have a trump card that the enemy is unaware of. My sister's pendant, magic, and dark energy. But the pendant is not something to waste on a threat of this level. If I cannot overcome a danger of this magnitude, it simply means I am not worthy enough to become stronger. The Jin Runcandel calmly assessed the situation. He knew magic was not a suitable option right now. A mere 4-star magic spell could not penetrate the thick, steel-hard fur of a White Wolf warrior. More importantly, if he used magic, the clan's guardian knights dispatched to investigate Kinzello would immediately detect his presence. If that happened, his secret as a mage would be exposed, meaning he would have violated the clan's highest taboo. In that instant, Jin's cerulean eyes glinted with determination. Only one option remained: Shadow energy, he murmured to himself. A torrent of pitch-black aura surged forth, enveloping Bradamante. Jin charged, unleashing a powerful slash. Kuajito raised his arm to block, but the impact still pushed him back, his feet digging deep into the ground. Release the sword, Jin thought, pouring all his strength into the weapon in his hand. A brilliant aura exploded from the blade as Jin swung a powerful arc. The force of the attack seemed to tear the surrounding air. Standing firm against the blow, Kuajito bared his sharp teeth, growling with delight. That's a good sword, Runcandel boy. It's not like your clan's famous black blade, but you're stronger than you look. With that, Kuajito swung his colossal warhammer, bringing down a sky-shattering blow onto Jin's position. A thunderous explosion shook the ground, flinging Jin backward. Pushed back by the tempestuous force, Jin gritted his teeth, his mind reeling, trying to recall the feeling of releasing the sword on that fateful night. Seeing his opponent at a disadvantage, Kuajito roared savagely, his bloodshot eyes gleaming with madness. "It's over, Runcandel boy. Along with your white sword, I shall offer you upon Javier's altar." A flash of light sparked in Jin's mind. His eyes blazed with resolute sapphire as a crucial memory suddenly resurfaced. I must remember it now. A blinding light unexpectedly radiated from Jin, stunning Kuajito. The wolf warrior recoiled in terror, stammering, "Ugh, what?" Suddenly, a bizarre blue energy net enveloped Kuajito's vision, trapping him in a hallucinatory space. He roared in panic, I can't see." Amidst the chaos, Jin recalled his uncertainties. "I also couldn't understand why my clan was renowned for its black sword, until recently," he mused. At the same moment, a swirling dark aura enveloped his sword, transforming it into a terrifying weapon. A flash of light. Kuajito felt a sharp pain in his chest, fresh blood gushing out. He looked down at the fatal wound, his eyes filled with bewilderment and disbelief. What just happened?" Jin stood there coldly, the faint black smoke dissipating around him. He softly said, "That was a good fight." The battle concluded, Kuajito collapsing to the ground. Jin, also exhausted, staggered away. Suddenly, an intense pain struck him, causing him to clutch his head and fall. Jin Runcandel collapsed, his hands pressed against the sword plunged into the ground. Around him, eerie shadowy figures with glowing eyes appeared, whispering harsh words that pierced directly into his mind. "What do you intend to do, being so weak? What a fool who doesn't know his own limits. You are a disgrace to the family. How can you, born of the same mother, be such an incomparable shame?" The weight of failure and physical pain made Jin tremble, his head bowed low. Suddenly, a giant shadow enveloped him from behind, Murakan's familiar voice resonating with anger. "You damned brat, what did I tell you? I said you'd pay the price if you tried to unleash your sword technique while lacking shadow energy, didn't I? Are you gonna collapse after being overwhelmed by the very shadow energy itself? Get up! Everything will be over if you lose yourself." The scolding words hit Jin like a splash of cold water. He staggered, trying to stand, his body shaking uncontrollably. Suppressing the pain, he told himself what to do. Releasing shadow energy. The energy is being swept away by the surrounding darkness, so I can't use it properly. Jin clenched his teeth, a small trickle of blood appearing at the corner of his mouth. I can't let it sweep me away. Again, try again. He braced himself, focusing his will to subdue the chaotic, swirling blue energy around him. Calm down. Only one command remained in his mind. Again, again. After an intense struggle, the chaos suddenly dissipated. Jin panted, sweating profusely. He wondered, did I get through it? The pain disappeared instantly, but that made me worried. He slowly stood upright, feeling his body. My body's no different from normal, but it feels like it's overflowing with shadow energy. It won't affect my movements, so I need to bring Mesa back. Jin sheathed his sword, preparing to leave. Suddenly, a strange sound echoed nearby. He immediately spun around, hand on the sword hilt in a ready stance, shouting, "Who's there?" Amidst the desolate landscape, a blond young man trembled, crawling on the ground, his face pale with fear. He stammered, his voice hoarse with terror. Please don't, sir, please don't kill me." A tall silhouette loomed over, obscuring the faint light. Jin Runcandel stood there, the sword in his hand reflecting the dim glow, coldly asking, are you one of Kinzello's? So there are still survivors. Hearing the name Kinzello, the blond young man flinched, quickly waving his hands frantically. He screamed in panic, No, I'm not! I am Simberville of the Ville family from the kingdom of Jean. Jin's eyes narrowed slightly upon hearing the familiar name. He recognized him. Ah, so it's you. Then he lowered his sword tip, his voice becoming calm. I am Jin Runcandel, here by order to find you. Runcandel! Oh God, it's a Runcandel! Simber was stunned. Then the terror on his face instantly vanished, replaced by extreme joy. He sprang up, hands raised to the sky, tears of relief streaming down. I'm alive! Seeing the scene, Jin was momentarily perplexed, thinking, I was so caught up thinking about Kinzello's bunch that I forgot. And seeing him this happy, I suddenly feel a bit guilty.